First, it's instructive to look to America, particularly its blue cities, the ones run by Democrats from San Francisco and LA to New York. It's instructive to observe these places to get a glimpse of what we can look forward to if we don't take a stand against institutional leftist lunacy. Whether it's race or LGBTQIA issues, policies on drugs, homelessness, energy policy, and even little things like the absolute idiocy of banning plastic straws, you can be sure that if some Democrat-run hellhole has tried it, then we will follow soon. It was in the leftist utopia of Seattle where plastic straws were first banned, and we all stupidly followed. So now we have drinks in big plastic cups, plastic packaging everywhere, but with a gross, disintegrating, completely not fit for purpose paper straw. Never mind the inconvenient fact that most of the rubbish in the oceans comes from a number of Asian countries that dump tons of the stuff right into waterways. Now, if you thought this sort of leftist lunacy would stop at paper straws, then let me update you on what is happening in some blue cities in America, with homeowners having their rights stripped away in favour of vagrants, criminals and squatters. Let's see what happened to this poor woman in New York who tried to reclaim her house from squatters.
You shouldn't be trying to steal my house. Yes, you are. You don't even
How about that? A squatter standoff. A property owner confronts a group of people she says moved into her $1 million home in Queens, and our cameras were rolling as dozens of officers showed up.
Several people were taken away in handcuffs, and one of those arrested may surprise you.
Well, it wouldn't surprise you if you've been paying attention. Yep, the poor homeowner there was arrested because she's not allowed to change the locks of her own house to keep out the squatters living there illegally. You see, though she pays all the property taxes, it's the squatters who have the rights.
What's it like being here knowing you can't go inside of your own home?
It's enraging. It really is.
In New York, squatters have rights after 30 days.
By the time that someone does their investigation and they do their work and their job, we'll be well over the 30 days, and this man will have stolen my home. And now she's back.
So, Adele, you're getting arrested right now?
I'm being arrested.
For what?
For being in my own home.
And where's your lease?
She's fighting the house. It's not her house anymore.
My deed is current and legal.
Arrested for unlawful eviction. She changed the locks on a man who claims he lives there.
This situation is so grim that illegal immigrants like this next dude are advising others about how to take advantage of this madness.
Mi gente, he pensado invadir una casa en United States, ya que me enteré que existe una ley que dice que si una casa no está habitada, podemos expropiarla. Capichi, muchachos?
Seize it. Yes, these laws are designed to quite deliberately disadvantage law-abiding property owners and empower the squatters. Spare a thought for these property owners who are not only having these freeloaders illegally living in their homes, but as owners, they're obliged to maintain the properties, pay for the upkeep, and even the utilities in some cases.
Why can't you just change the locks?
Oh, I will be arrested instantly.
They turned off the hot water and then reported that they had no hot water. It's a $250 fine per day, up to $15,000, punishable by 5 years in jail.
So here you are, you have to pay the upkeep of the house.
Right. I pay the
and not getting any rent?
I'm not getting any rent, and I'm paying the gas and electric every month.
4 stories repeated over and over and over again by irate and often unwitting property owners, worry lines marking their faces, who came to City Councilwoman Vicky Palladino's office desperately seeking help. Hong Chen has spent thousands trying unsuccessfully to get the squatters out of this home in Mazpath. John Sokran using his pension money for expenses on this College Point home he hoped would provide retirement income. And Susan Mascara, who has used up her savings paying for 7 years of upkeep on this Bayside home she inherited from her mother.
I'm in debt. My credit cards are pretty much maxed out.
If you think we would never be that crazy in this country, well, think again. In Victoria and the ACT, the move to give ever greater rights to tenants at the expense of property owners is underway. Take the issue of pets. If you're leasing out, say, a freshly renovated little one-bedroom unit And the tenant, a week after moving in, says, oh, look, you know what, I want to move in 3 massive German Shepherds. You have to say yes, or if you want to say no, you have to apply to the Civil and Administrative Tribunal and convince them why you don't want to have your property trashed. So if you want to say no, you've got to go through the bureaucrats. You can't make that own call on your own property. Watch the American Blue Cities and you'll soon get a clue of what's coming here. And before I go, let's check in with the latest from satirical cartoon series Please Explain. This week, Albo is selling the merits of digital ID, which is entirely voluntary.
Are you sick and tired of the government not having access to all your personal data?
No, not really.
Do you sometimes wish you could just store all your sensitive identification documents in one centralised digital system that's designed and operated by the government?
Huh? No, not at all. Go away.
Well, too bad, because without any debate or scrutiny, we've passed the digital ID bill through Parliament.
That's right, we've streamlined the process for you to give us all your sensitive identification documents and fast.
Why be vulnerable to multiple security breaches
when you can store all your sensitive data in one convenient, potentially hackable location? Oh, I don't know if I like that.
But that's not all. Finally, there's a way for our
mates in the private sector to get free access to your information with less responsibility. Oh, I'm a bit worried about...
What are you worried about? That this is the first step to a Chinese social credit score system?
That we're going to track your carbon use and slap a new tax on you? That we're going to shut down your bank account just because you said mean things about me on Twitter? You can do that?
Of course we can, but do you really think the government would want that sort of power?
Yes.
Nah, don't be stupid. You can trust us.
This is completely safe, effective, and voluntary.
Where have I heard that before? Oi, stop thinking and just volunteer your data already.
Wait until the Liberal Party hears about this.
This was all their idea anyway. Come on, why haven't you volunteered your information yet? You'd be crazy not to.
And crazy is exactly what we're going to call you. If you show a hint of scepticism, we're going to label you a cooker, a right-wing nut job.
That's right, you'll volunteer everything and you'll be happy.
No, I don't think I will, thank you very much.
You don't really have a choice here.